Hi darlings, this is Christina, and today we have the new Christian Dior Plan de Paris collection. I have the palette Saint Honoré. So if you're interested in what this looks like, how I created this whole look, just keep watching and let's get into it. First of all, let's talk about this particular line. So it was beautiful. I mean, you already know I was done after I saw the packaging, and then I started to see the actual finishes of the products, and I thought, oh, this is different than regular Dior eyeshadows, which is not my typical jam. These look so pretty, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna try just one palette, the one that speaks to me the most and the one that I could get the most use out of. Yes, it is probably the most boring palette, but it was the one speaking to me. This collection, it comes with lipsticks, it comes with a Dior Addict case. The lipsticks, I only typically like the velvet finishes, and those two colors I already own, so I did not purchase those for the special emblem on the lipstick bullet. And then they have the Addict case, which I'm debating. I don't use my Dior Addict lipsticks nearly as much as I should, so I already have like 3 cases that I don't really get to use. They're kind of just pretty sitting there. I don't know. I may go back and get another because I'm waiting on the foundation stick to drop, so if it's still available, I may pick it up at that time. I'd rather get a Plan de Paris Mitza. On Dior's website, it states this is the map of Paris. And it states that Dior celebrates the Parisian sites that have left an incredible mark on history, a dazzling homage to the city of light. A map of Paris couture motif adorns a selection of iconic Dior makeup products and new limited edition shades available exclusively at Dior.com and select boutiques. So it is a Dior exclusive, so you won't find these at any other retailer. But this is the color, and it does come with 2 brushes. You're going to see a lot of reflections, so I'm going to take that off. I can tell you I have already used this. I have swatched this. I will swatch it again for you, but I can tell you right now, I love this palette. I know as boring as it may seem, you'll see as I put it on, as I start to play with these colors, how nice and versatile it is when you just want, you know, an easy everyday put together look. It's so pretty. So the first 2 colors, and I can tell you already, so sorry that I don't know what's happening. Why are we sideways? But it's a creamier texture than the standard DIORSHOW 5 couleurs. And then we'll do this color. We'll do this color, then this color. So I definitely have a few palettes that may be kind of similar that I will give you swatch comparisons for, and some new eyeshadows from Dior that I will swatch for you comparison. But I received a lot of positive feedback from that hour video I uploaded on the best of 2024. I recorded that video maybe about 3 weeks ago, and I finally got a chance to edit it and get it down. That was a labor of love. I've never recorded that long, and I've never had to edit something so long. So to get all that positive feedback, I really appreciate it. So in the spirit of that, I thought, you know what, instead of just showing you the palette and already having all my other makeup pretty much on, what I'll do today is we're going to start with the eyes, and we're going to go down the list, and I'll put my foundation on, my blush, because I also have a blush that I just purchased that's been giving me some problems. I don't know if it's giving you those problems, but we'll talk about that later. I figured out how to work it out so it looks better on me, and if you're having any of those issues with that blush, I'm going to show you how to kind of help. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to bring you darlings up closer. Okay, so I've already done all my skincare. You see me in my most natural state, you know, a little bit of redness, all that stuff. Only thing I've done is my eyebrows, because I'm not going to do that with you guys on camera because it takes me a long time, but I've shown you in other videos me doing this, so I thought I would spare us that. So I have actually been loving to use my SUBLIMAGE concealer, my Chanel SUBLIMAGE concealer. I have it in the shade 32. You know, I'm so close to being done with it. I thought, you know what, I'll just bring this little baby out and finish it off, you know. I think I'll always keep it in my collection though, because it's such a nice concealer. It really is. And upon, you know, trying all these other concealers, sometimes you forget the good things that you currently own. So I'm not going to do my foundation yet. It's probably a bad idea, honestly, but I don't know. I don't like to see all the redness under my eyes when I'm doing my makeup. I just feel like it's going to throw off the final look in my eyes. Like I'm going to have a hard time figuring out where this is going. So that's probably a me problem, but anyway, that's what's happening. I'm just going to put a little bit of my Guerlain Meteorites to set my lids on the top before we do this. I'm not going to set the bottom yet because, like I said, we're still going to do foundation. So the first color I'm going to play with, let's start with this color. Like I said, I've already used this and I love it, but I want to kind of show you these colors on their own. I think there's so many ways to use this palette. So this is really pretty. This is like a mustard yellow color. And since I'm, you know, on the warmer side, I consider myself a little bit in that yellow coloring. This is pretty. This could be a really nice, like, one and done color. I'm going to take this brown color, which I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat, this is a very shimmery palette. With the exception of this color, which is, to me, more of like a satin finish, everything else is going to have some type of glitter particle. All three of these shades are metallic, and this one is a glitter shade because it's the most sparkly. Ooh, but do you see this? This is very fall. Very pigmented, guys. This is what I expect from Dior. This is pigment, it's shine, it's creamy, it's buttery. Why can't we make this part of our regular line? I'm just saying. I'm gonna do the same on the other eye. And I knew this was going to give me more fall-ish vibes, so I knew that. I was expecting it, but I wore it yesterday and it was so pretty, guys. You really can use this in so many ways, truly, because you don't have to use every color in a palette, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use all the colors. But don't you worry, guys, I will bring this baby out with more videos, so this is not the first nor the last time you see this palette in action, because we're going to be using our makeup this year. Okay, we're going to be living our best lives, loving our makeup, playing with it so much. Okay, so you see how pigmented that is, how much it blended. And yes, that color definitely mostly took up that lighter color, but that's because I brought it all the way in, and that's okay. What we'll do is we'll bring it back. I'm just going to take any kind of flat brush and put a little more back on there. I don't want to lose that completely. Let me tell you, this has to be probably my favorite color of the palette. And what's interesting about this palette is you would think it's not very cohesive. Like, we have these very, you know, fall-like colors here, right? And then we have this pop of like coral. Like, what? It seems a little bit discombobulated. Of course, these little topper shades you can put over any color and it would be fine, but like, this color was surprising. And when I was playing with this palette and I was like, you know, just, you know, putting a look together, very easy look together. Once I added this color, it like transformed the look. And I was like, oh, this is my favorite. This is the favorite color of this palette because I don't have anything like it. And it's this really pretty corally pink color. Oh, I love. And I was so close to purchasing the Dior Warm Essentials because it's so pretty. It's all the colors, kind of reminds me of this, right up my alley. And I had one of my beautiful, lovely beauty friends, Aznath. I hope I'm not mispronouncing it. I was kind of interested in that Warm Essentials, and I almost pulled the trigger because I was like, I want to see it, she wants to see it. And then I saw this palette was on the horizon, and I said, I'm gonna hold tight because this one was just so much more special. And I'm telling you, girl, this here palette, I think you would love. If you guys were interested in the Warm Essential palette, I think you're gonna love this one. And it's also more special because of the packaging. Yes, it's more money, like $30 more. I also have another Warm Essential palette in my current collection, and I never use it. I haven't even done a video on it. It's just sitting there. So that also gave me pause to purchase another because I haven't even used the one I have. I'm gonna use a flat brush, my lovely Smith 2253. We're gonna use this shade here. Just put it in the center. Now I will tell you, if you want to get the most pigment out of here, use your finger and press it in. Just so you know, the brush is okay, but your finger is going to do a much better job. It just is. Now I'm going to take my finger and do it with this here shade. And I know on my eyes, you barely can tell the difference between these colors. They have this beautiful like foiled look there. Lighter shade, glitter shade, or I should say like the gold shade and the glitter shade. But they are so close, truly, you know what I mean? It's gonna be very hard to see the difference. You know what I haven't done? I haven't wet it yet. I'm very curious to see how this will look. Take a little setting spray, any kind of setting spray you want. I took my brush. I'm going to take that glitter shade. I love a wet glitter shade. Let's see if it makes all my dreams come true. Ooh. It is kind of rocking my world. That's pretty. Ooh, yep. Wetness. Wet goodness. Pretty. Okay. All right, the metallic shade, that's pretty too. But don't use your brush. That didn't go as well as I thought it would, actually. That starts to separate underneath. I would definitely just use your finger. The satin and the glitter, more like a pink and more of like a gold. So pretty. Now let's see if we put that glitter over top of the gold. Is it a lot? It is, but we're gonna go there because this is what we're doing. Ooh, now do you see how much more foiled? I'm just mixing these two colors and putting it on the inner corner with my Refer 29 brush, which you know I love. If you're going for very fine tuning inner corners or anything like that. Look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. I take this color here. Okay, darling, so this is where we're at. Is this not the prettiest corally? I know it's giving fall. It's almost August, and for us in California, it doesn't really get cold till the end of October. So we got a minute, you know what I mean? But you can make this work. Yesterday, I did not use this here rich color. I kind of stayed in this area. If you remove this, this becomes a much lighter look, which I stated I will show you other looks with this palette, but look how pretty this is. Oh, I'm obsessed. So now I'm going to just use my Chanel liner. You know, I love this liner. I use it quite often. Really deep eggplant color. I should say that. That's a more accurate description. Eggplant. I know this seems kind of like a tricky liner to use, and initially I think it is, but this is pretty much the only eyeliner I like, so I've gotten used to the application. Love the brush. I love the staying power. I love the color. I typically always keep it in stock for black and this color. Now I'm going to take my SWEED Beauty. I actually really like this mascara. It really helps lengthen and separate in a really nice way. And I promise I'm gonna clean it, guys, so you're gonna see it just for a second. When this happens, you just let it dry and it's much easier to remove versus like when it's still wet and you try to remove mascara on your eyelid. Oh, that's the worst. It's hot mess express. I'm gonna take my YSL Lash Clash in brown. You know, guys, I like to mix things up. I almost always wear 2 different mascaras. Nothing new over here, same Christina. Although, Charlotte's got me interested. Have you guys seen those previews? Charlotte's got a mascara coming out, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm very interested. You can probably count on the fact that I'm gonna try that out, but like, the amount of volume it was promising. Okay, I see you, Charlotte. I see you. P.S. I also got the Unreal Skin, and I promise I will make a review on that, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm really trying to figure out how to use that the best way before I get on camera and show you guys. It won't be a first impression. It's going to be the best way to use product that is not actually a foundation. But what's likely going to happen is that I'm going to get the mascara and put the Unreal Skin in that video. At this point, I think that's just going to be the best way to do it. Okay, darling, so I was in the process of starting to edit this video, and I saw that I left that mascara on for much longer than I should have, and it annoyed the heck out of me. So I'm sure it may annoy you too. I promise I do clear it out at the final look, but you're gonna go through what? The mascara and the lipstick, I believe, with that smudge on my eyes. So if it bothers you, I apologize. I wish I could edit it out, but that's what it is, and I'll be better next time. Okay, darlings, back to the video. Now I'm going to take my Clé de Peau foundation. I told you guys I love this. And I also recently got some new brushes. The one was the Nikki LaRose in 17. I've been waiting for this. You know, I was too impatient to wait for the brushes to restock, so then I just got singles because the face brushes were the biggest things I wanted. This is the foundation side here. I really like this brush. It's really nice. I'm just gonna put this here. You know, I'm all about my Shiseido polishing brush, and that's typically what I use, but this has been finding a new love for me because it just applies the foundation so seamlessly. So nice. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Like, in comparison, I just look so skin-like. And at this point, that is absolutely what I'm going for. You know, even younger people want their skin to look skin-like now. You know, natural beauty is in. I suppose like maybe 5 years ago, we were all baking and contouring. What did I say? It's 8 years ago. I say 2016. Yeah, it's about 8 years ago. But I think what's classic and what's true is that we will always love to see ourselves looking as natural as possible. When I say natural, I mean you look like your best self, right? I pumped way too many pumps of this. You don't need this much. Look at this. Look how much I have left there. And I don't like wasting this product because it's expensive. So I won't do that again, but I also don't want to overdo it. Let me just blend it out on my hand and stipple on the parts where I just want to get a little more coverage. Okay. Ooh, nice and seamless looking. Oh, it just looks like your skin. We already put the Sublimage. Now I'm just going to use my House Labs. I lost the top somewhere in there, so I'm just using it like this for now. And I'm just putting this in the places where I want to kind of brighten. I'm going to take this Nikki LaRose concealer brush. And I love to like bring it up because it makes your eyes look like whoop. This looks like an autumnal dream. Okay, I am gonna love putting all these colors together in the very near future. But like I said, if you don't add that one color, that deeper color, you'll be all right. You can totally rock this right now because there's a lot of neutral colors in this palette. I'm just gonna put those two glitter shades. I'm gonna just brighten that a little because I totally just kind of concealed it away a little. Okay, darling, so the Chanel Jardin Imaginaire color, specifically the Golden Peach, has been giving me some problems, okay? I don't know what it is, but over time, and I've tried this with many different brushes, one of my lovely beauty friends, Sporty Butterfly, she recommended a more natural brush, so like I think it was goat hair, a flat brush, and I don't recall exactly what brand it was, but it was one that was not available anymore. She said it really helps dispense the colors, so I was like, okay, I don't have that one. That one's really hard to get because it's a little older. But I did start researching and I chose the Bobo Shikahodo brush. It's a mixture of goat and squirrel. And so it dispenses very naturally, very easily. It picks up the product. It's got a little flat tip. I watched Alicia Archer demo it and I was like, oh, I like that. I think that's what I need to add. So I did. Still problematic. Okay, this is a beautiful brush, by the way, which we will play with later, but not right now because that's still not helping me. For whatever reason, this blush separates on my skin. So I've been playing with it tons, guys. So I was like, it's such a pretty color and I see what it's going for. It's very skin-like, but in that it starts to get real patchy. It's so weird. I don't know if anyone is experiencing the same things I'm having because the berry is easy. So easy. I have no problems with the berry. But this peach, ugh. Anyways, so I finally figured out, guys, this is what I'm going to do from now on with this. You shouldn't have to do this, but this is how I'm going to get use out of it. This is the Tom Ford Cafe Rose Cream Blush. And when I put this together, because I thought, what is happening? You know, how can I keep this color from, you know, and I'm going to use actually the Nikki LaRose because it has a cream side. How can I get this to stop separating on my skin? And it came to me. Let's try to put a base underneath it so that it's separating my skin from the blush. And so that's exactly what I did, and it helped so much, guys. And like I said, I don't know if anybody else is having that issue, but if you've already purchased that blush, which at this point now I'm like, I don't know if this is the best blush for me after trying it for so long, even though it's so dang pretty. I just don't like how hard it is to make it work. So, ooh, this is so pretty. I'm gonna have to start like rocking this more. This brush, this Nikki LaRose N17 brush is so great for cream blushes, especially this one. Oh, so pretty. Okay, let's focus. So now I'm going to take my Chanel cheek brush. I'm gonna take this because I need a dense brush with this. It is very soft and it does not dispense product very easily, even though I've broken the seal. So now I will place this over top of that blush, and it will give me a very nice natural look without separation, which was happening every time I used it. And anytime I tried to reapply, oh, forget about it. Now you're gonna look a hot mess, and that was not okay. Okay, I spent all this money for this blush to make me look crazy in public. Okay, no, that's not gonna happen. So see, and I didn't show you what it looked like before, but before, oh, I should have took pictures of myself, because my husband was like, babe, we got to get out of the car. And I was like, I cannot go out the car looking like this. Like, what just happened? I literally was using it yesterday when we were out, and it started separating on me. And it was just, and it's not the first time. So this is the only way I found to make this work for me. So if you're having those issues, if you have a cream blush, a very neutral cream blush, I recommend using it as a base underneath to give the blush a place to land, like to stay, to ground it. So I use the highlighter now with my Wayne Goss brush. But guys, that has worked for me really nicely. So now I can use this and not be fearful. It is so pretty. Now I love it. Look at that. So pretty. So I'm going to use my Brownouveaux from Pat McGrath and my Sisley Rose Tokyo, which, let me tell you a sad story, guys. I was closing the clinic one afternoon. Okay. Was I close? I was. I usually close. So I was closing. I threw something in the trash. I thought I put all my makeup in my purse. Okay. We have little cabinets for each of our things. And I swear I put that lipstick in there. I had a piece of trash in the other hand. I turned off all the lights in our back lab. I left looking for this lipstick because I went to the store and I was like, let me just touch up on the way home. And I couldn't find it anywhere. I'm like, where is this lipstick? I was like, oh God, please. Did I throw it away? And I was like, please don't let me have thrown it away. Unfortunately, I did throw it away. I did throw a brand new, beautiful $70 lipstick in the trash can, okay? But I love it so much. And not having it was a bigger reminder of my travesty and my devastation that I said, you know what, after a day or two, I was like, let me just order it. Because it's nowhere to be found. It's not on my desk. It's not in the back lab. It's not on the floors. The trash gets taken out every evening that we leave. So it's gone, baby. It's gone. Gone, baby, gone. I have to accept that. But I love it so much I bought it again. But that's my sad story recently. So, but I love that it's like the perfect neutral color, and it really works with like every lip liner, lipstick I have. I seriously love it. Ooh, it's gonna make it a little dark, but that's okay because we're gonna have this. I know I'm giving autumnal. I'm gonna blot a little. Setting spray. This is the final look. Okay, so now I'm going to give you some comparisons for a few things that may be a little similar to this. BRB. Okay, darling, so I have some comparisons for you. So, to about here, this is Saint Honore. Okay. Then we have the single shadow glitter look. That's this one from Dior, one of their single eyeshadows. Okay. I must report this color is very close to the glitter color in Saint Honoré, except I think it has a little more of a champagne base and it's actually smoother. I don't know if you can see that shine, but it doesn't have the same smooth reflection. Okay. Next one below, these two here are from the Chanel Rouge palette. I swatched these two colors, which are my favorite. I am happy to report the two colors here are very close. Okay, these two are almost identical. And let me, oops, as I just stick my finger in there. These two colors are from the Chanel Rouge. This is the color I love, that sandy pink color. And then this is that lighter champagne. So you can see it side by side is the Dior. Look how close that is. And you know I've been looking for a palette that was, or something to replace this because it's already down to the bone. I'm happy to report it is almost an exact dupe. Okay, so if you loved, I know everybody didn't do what I did, but you're down to the bone in that glitter shade. This glitter shade in the Dior palette is almost identical. And then the next row, I did swatch the Prada. This is the Prada Dimensions in, it doesn't say, but I will link it. But it was the blue color. So I swatched these two colors. And these were the colors that they were. And this is kind of close to the deepest color, except this one's more of a sheen and this one's more of a flat color. And the gold in that palette's shinier. And I have my last, which is an old palette. This is Amber Pearl Dior. I really wanted to love this. This was a beautiful color story, except it was so powdery. So do you see here? These are the colors, 1, 2, 3. This is the color story. So as you can see, not nearly as pretty or as flattering, or not nearly as powdery, and it has a beautiful sheen, which is going to be more flattering on skin that is, you know, on all skin, but you know, especially mature skin that really doesn't need anything powdery hitting it to enhance that it is a little drier, right? I think I said all that I want to say, and that's that this is a fantastic palette. I'm so happy to have picked up this palette. I won't pick any others up because I love the blue, but I rarely wear blue, like so rarely. It's not really one of my best colors for me. And so if I purchased it, it would kind of sit there for the most part, but it does look beautiful. I recommend if you like something, if there's something that you're drawn to, I would pick it because these are some beautiful palettes and creations from Christian Dior. And this is a really substantial thick pouch, so I'm really excited to have this. I'll know exactly what palette it is. I'll keep it in its little case. And yeah, I just feel like the excellent product from Christian Dior. Darlings, let me know, have you purchased anything from this collection? Did you like the look that I created? Did I help you with the Chanel powder? Yes, this is what I'm here for. I want to be able to, you know, help you with any issues you have. If there's anything else that you're curious about in regards to like swatches and comparisons, let me know. If I have it in my collection, I'll do a swatch comparison. I'll post it in the community tab. Anyway, darlings, I hope you have a great day, a wonderful week, and I'll catch you in the next one.